I got lucky today, last minute. Found this U-wing at Walmart early. So I was like, what better thing to build on the podcast than an early set? Well, it might be out by the time this comes out, but um, I couldn't just resist not building it on here. So
Hell yeah. Thanks for taking your time to build it, actually, because most of my sets that I build, I like to do them kind of off camera. I've been kind of trying to do some Lego reviews and stuff, and I like to just build, kind of on my own, kind of zen out a little bit. But yeah, thanks for getting this built. And also, yeah, it's not even out yet, technically. We still got, what, 4 days?
yeah,
So
it
that's
was
even,
pretty cool.
yeah, that's even better.
Nah, I'm on the third bag. I started a little bit before, so I wouldn't be doing it the whole time, so we can skip
Ah,
that
shit.
and everything. And I wanted to pull the figs out, so I got all the figs lined up. We can show them off whenever.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I was gonna say that already caught me off guard with it being at 83 and being in a third bag, so that's nice. How many bags are in it?
Six.
Six. That's
Yeah.
pretty solid. So far, do you think that the build's gonna be bigger than what people think? Because I know I've seen only pictures. I haven't even watched a YouTube review of anyone who does reviews. I've only seen pictures. So what's the size looking so far?
It's definitely small. For me, that's something that I actually like. I don't love huge sets because I'm limited on space and room. The only thing I'm really kind of upset with so far is you can see like the space in here. This is supposed to be that interior, and it's
Mm,
two studs max. So I mean that's kind of disappointing because you see from the U wing and Rogue One and Andor, like it's huge,
right.
especially the interior, and there's a lot of space. That like the old U wing had the gunner seats on the end with the turrets, so I feel like that's a little bit lacking. But as far as the look, man, I mean it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
that's
clean
what's
and
up.
sleek.
Yeah, definitely gonna need to pick that one up. I know the last one. I can't remember what year it came. Was it 2016, 2017, around Rogue One?
Yeah, I think it came out with Rogue One, so yeah, I mean I haven't had that set in person, but from what I've seen about it, it's like perfect. So I
Nice.
know a lot of people were just comparing it to that, which I mean fair, but it's definitely a different time for like a Star Wars. Things are downsized, things are more expensive.
Yeah.
Um,
And from what I've noticed too, I have friends who have older sets compared to mine because I mean I've only been collecting since 2021, so I feel like the build is a little more intricate these days compared to old times. What would you say?
oh, 100%. It's the techniques have just grown more and more like you see it a lot too. Like you'll see like comparing a lot of old sets to new sets. The piece counts are just so much higher, but it's the same size. Like even with the new Slave one coming out compared to the last Slave one that was a UCS one that was Boba's, I think it's like 1,000 more pieces, but really it's almost the same size. But that just goes into all the intricate building techniques and everything that they're using. So it's pretty cool to see that. It's a lot sturdier now. Like everything is just held together a lot more. But
Yeah.
is the price justified? Probably not. But we're still gonna buy them.
Yeah, that's always true. I've already seen that some of the newer sets that are coming out for like the summer wave, like June, going into August, some of the price increases have gone up anywhere from like $3 to $5.
Yeah, and then I think they're adding more on top of that too because like the whole tariff situation. I'm not a big political guy and I don't get into that and I don't really want to talk about it because I don't know a lot, but from what I've seen and heard it's they're going up because of the tariffs.
Yeah, I know. That's when everything started because I'm kind of on the same side. I mean, I know what's right, I know what's wrong, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know too much about politics myself, so I'm on your side with that. But I mean, that's what I've always been telling people is it's like, okay, I know we're kind of getting in with other countries, but it's like leave Denmark alone, okay? Because
Yeah,
that's where my
exactly.
Lego's coming from, and yeah, and especially now, I mean, with me being 2.5 hours away from the closest Lego store, I have to order everything, and to be fair, I mean, unless the set is like really on clearance or has a great deal, um, that's the only time I want to buy from like a retail store like Walmart, Target,
Yeah.
Kohl's, because I mean, you're really getting you really get a lot of rewards if you order from Lego. I mean, you're gonna wait a week before it gets to you,
Oh,
But I mean, at the same time, like the point, I love building the points up, and especially like with getting the sail barge, like it's almost doubled my points. So I think that's what I'm going to continue doing, unless of course, I see one that I need to snag immediately because the price tag is just too good to pass up on. I'm just going to start ordering from Lego.com.
yeah. Early on, when I started collecting again, I was buying a lot from Target, and I wish I didn't, because I definitely would have a lot more points. But with this, like, obviously, it wasn't going to be a day one or maybe even like a couple months buy. I think I was going to wait till it went on sale. Um, but just seeing it early, I was like, I couldn't pass it up. Had to pull the trigger at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, there was for a while you could take your receipts or like your online kind of credentials to show that you purchased Lego, and you could redeem it on the Lego store and get points back. So that was kind of cool, but that was only like it was like a beta because they
Yeah,
only did it for like 2 months, which
I
sucked.
don't know
But
why they got rid of it. I
yeah,
don't. I don't know what it really affects them. I mean, but that's just the business side of it, probably that I don't really understand too well. But
yeah, it's a pretty interesting thing, but I mean, is what it is. But shit, man, I'm gonna go ahead and show something that I picked up this weekend. Like I said, guys, episode 2 here. This is gonna be a different episode. We're kind of showing off some things in the collection, and we're also gonna talk some Star Wars as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we're gonna go right in. And man, I picked this up this weekend, actually yesterday, uh,
you're
at
killing me.
seeing Revenge of the Sith in theater. And man, I will tell you, man, it was so different in theater. Like I feel like I've seen so many things, and I mean I've seen Revenge of the Sith a million times, but at the same time, I feel like there has been so many missing details that I haven't noticed. Like I didn't realize how many Venators there were at the beginning in the Battle of Coruscant. Obviously there's a few in my memory, but not dozens upon dozens. And then also noticed at the end when they're looking at the Death Star, Palpatine, Tarkin, and Vader, they're in a Venator. I didn't know that. Like it was just like some of those like little details that I missed out on. But man, I will say this cup right here is pretty nice.
I'm jealous because I'm a big movie guy. Like I go to movies, like especially like I've been saying a lot. Movies doing this like new merch thing with popcorn buckets and like cups that go with every movie. Pretty much has been like one of the coolest things for me. I'm a big
Yeah.
collector, and I was really hoping to pick some of that stuff up. I went to my Regal, and they had nothing. They
Damn.
did not have a single thing, and it really disappointed me.
Mm.
But the movie did not. Like you said, like you'd start to notice a lot of things, especially seeing it on the big screen. For me, it was a lot of the sound design, seeing it and hearing it in that like movie theater sound. I heard a lot of like different blaster noises, cannons, and stuff like that that I didn't hear before. Like even the opening sequence with Anakin and Obi-Wan flying over Coruscant, like
Oh
just
yeah.
hearing their ships, just like you heard a lot more of the sound. It hit a lot harder, and I think that was like probably the coolest part for me.
Yeah, dude, it's so nice. I mean, I don't know where you stand. Revenge of the Sith definitely is my favorite movie. I know a lot of fans are that way. I feel
I
like it's
agree.
between that and Empire, maybe. Um,
Yeah, that's the same for me.
yeah, so it's super cool, to see all of the different Instagram stories because I mean that's kind of like what we're mainly on is Instagram, social media wise. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I tried Blue Sky for a little bit. And TikTok not so much. I'm really just surfing on there, but I mean, it's just really cool to see all the Instagram stories that everyone is just at the viewing. I mean, it's just that's like what makes the community of being a Star Wars fan just so worth it. Is just seeing everyone enjoying the same thing, and I mean that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, it was a once in a lifetime thing. It was 3 days pretty much. I only had showings Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I was like, there is not a shot that I am missing it.
Yeah. Did you have to pre-order tickets?
I only got them a week in advance, and they were already out, so it wasn't too crazy. The
Mm.
theater was full, but I don't think people were getting them like crazy in advance.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. What's actually funny is like my town is. I mean, it's a growing city. It's not too big, it's not too small, but like our theater only has 10 theaters. So it's actually funny. It's opening night was Thursday, and they're still having showings all through every day up until Wednesday.
Okay.
Um, and I feel like it's just such a letdown in a way, because when Return of the Jedi came out, we didn't get it. It was only like select theaters. And
Hmm.
then Phantom Menace, I was like, well, hopefully this time around it does. And sure enough, it came to our theater. So went and checked that out. And that's another thing too with Phantom Menace. I noticed a lot of noises and sound effects were just more crisp, and some of those missing um, sounds that you didn't hear, when you watch them, at home. So it's really cool to see that. But yeah, and then Revenge of the Sith, obviously, your boy had to pull up. I mean, no, I mean, there's no reason you can't pull up to Revenge of the Sith. I mean, you got to get in there. Like you said, it's once in a lifetime, and man, it was. I went when I was 8 years old. I saw it. I think we saw it twice, um, and man, I remember seeing scenes, and it just took me back, and just, I mean, simply amazing, man, simply amazing.
Yeah, I was probably about 5 or 6 when it came out originally. So I don't remember if I saw it. I don't think I did. Um, so this was like a whole new experience for me, and it was honestly like really amazing. I'm so glad that they did it and I got to see it. I'm glad a lot of my friends got to see it because it's just, I mean, it's important to us.
Yeah,
As little as it may be towards like bigger stuff in the world, that's that little stuff that makes us all like just get through every other day. Is like, hey, I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters the other day and it was awesome. So
yeah.
yeah, that it was really cool.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that's what it's about. I mean, it's so cool. You can go with the friends. Go with the like me. I went with my wife and my best friend, and like we had a blast. And it's one of those movies where from start to finish, it's action packed. There's a lot going on, so it's not like I mean, even for me, like Phantom Menace, when we went and saw that, like the first like 45 minutes, super slow, uh, nothing too crazy, and then even when you get to Tatooine, it's like, okay, where's the story going? Action wise. But I mean, once you see Maul jump off the blood fin, it's like, okay, it's up from here.
Yeah,
So I mean, with Revenge of the Sith, it's completely different.
probably my favorite thing I have in my collection right now. So I'll take this off so it doesn't glare. This is the Sith Mando. This was my first ever custom design that I did. Kind of preface this, I do custom minifig designs. I design them, and I had teamed up with Brick Love, and he prints them and sells them. But this one's really important to me because it's the first. Not only is it the first that I did it with a close friend of mine, the Brickley Bugle. We both did parts of the design. It was our first one. We kind of saw that Brick Love was looking for new designers, and we just were like, "Yo, let's give it a shot." And we teamed up on this, and it came out way
Mm.
better than I expected. It sold amazing. People loved it. I think it's going to get re-released for May 4th through Brick Love. But man, this thing is like probably one of my favorites I have in my collection, if not my favorite.
Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it briefly on the last stream that we all had, but man, that's amazing. And you said the card like back was something special as well, right? Like it was special made.
Yeah. So I got it commissioned. I believe his name on Whatnot is Christopher Larch. He does like custom backgrounds for like minifig cases. I mean, it's just like a baseball card case pretty much, but he custom fit or custom like printed the design and put it onto the background. And I mean, it's perfect for minifig.
Yeah, that's dope. And then it's just like your Meesa bricks one right there,
Yeah, he
front and
did
center
that one
too.
as well. I had to show that off, and it has my logo for my Instagram account in the background. But yeah, I keep that on my desk because Mesa Bricks is the pretty much what got me into this Lego space by doing that. So that the name, the account, it's important to me.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. And it's cool, man. I think you guys are all fucking awesome. I mean, I've always been, like, cause most of my friends, like they collect Lego, they build Lego, a lot of stuff like that. But it's not like, there's not like a big group or something that I can kind of like run to and be like, hey, check these out. For the most part, I mean, if I have any interactions physically about Lego. It's just a lot of building, especially my wife builds a lot. Um, she actually has an entire like backlog that's like ridiculous. So she's gonna get to building those once we get some free time in the summer, and then I mean, me on the other hand, I once I have it, I build it. You know, it kind of depends. If I, especially at Christmas time, I'll have like a backlog for like 2 weeks, and then I'm
Yeah,
like, all
I'm the
right,
same way.
it's time to build. But yeah, man, I mean, it's cool. Like the community that you guys have built, just even with the group chats and all that, like it's really cool. Just talk some Lego Star Wars, goof around a little bit. I mean, it's all cool, man. So it's cool to see that your Instagram account is like basically giving you everything within Lego, and it's cool that you have some like physical attributes, right in front of you, and stuff that you see on your desk every day. Like your Meesa bricks thing there, like that's dope as hell. So I mean, yeah, man, that's awesome for you.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, nothing I ever expected. It's just like a whole different aspect of my life for sure. Um, have my work and I have my IRL friends and stuff like that, but just like having that like escape pretty much of like, hey, I got a bunch of these guys, girls that all love Lego and love Star Wars as much as I do, and because not all my friends are on that same level as me, so it's nice to have those other people that are just as nerdy as I am and want to like talk about that stuff. Like I know if I send a picture of a Lego I took or a set I bought, these guys are gonna freak out as much as I did as I bought it. So it's cool for sure. Just to have people in your life that share the same interest is it's really important. Because I've been at points where like people didn't really love the same things that I do, and you can kind of tell, even though like the people that are your friends, they try to show interest because they care about you, but they obviously don't have that same interest. But I appreciate it because they try.
Yeah.
But some of these guys like the Brickley Bugle, Commander Broski, Commander J Bricks, and GG Bricks, I mean, they've been my closest like friends in this, and they all share the same passion. And it's awesome.
Yeah, I know. It was cool to get the pleasure to get Brickley on, because I feel like, man, I just feel like I followed him one day and was kind of just checking out the Lego art, and I'm like, man, this dude is kind of like, taking it to the whole other level. Because I mean, you can get on Instagram, Twitter, you can see Lego sets and people taking pictures of the actual set,
Mm.
just sitting on a table, like, oh, like here's the review, but it's like taking the art and adding art to these photos of these minifigs. Like, it's like, what sense does this make? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was lucky enough too that I got gifted a like a photo box, because my he's basically my uncle. He pretty much does his little side gig is like baseball cards, football cards. Like, he sells a lot on
Hmm.
eBay. um but yeah, I mean, he ended up upgrading and just gave me his old one, and has a whole bunch of different like colored backdrops. And I remember, even like you remember, I had like the Luke in the Hoth cave, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and I'm gonna throw it onto a AI like ice cave, and that's like, here's art. Yeah, so like, it's fun stuff, and like kind of and it's fun too. It's like a little side thing that I like to do. It's like, I would have never imagined that some friends online would kind of like inspire me to take some like cool photos. And like, you and I have even collabed on photos, where you like made the Funko and the Lego.
Yeah.
So like, it's really cool, man. It's a really fun thing.
Yeah, I mean, and special shout out to Brickley. I mean, he kind of inspired me to do what I do, and he's always been like my biggest supporter. Um, I didn't really have like a direction I was going when I started my Instagram account. I showed off like my pictures of like stuff in my collection. I made like little mocks and stuff like that. But once I started seeing his account and seeing what he was doing with like his pictures, how cool they were, it inspired me to do it as well. And I mean,
Mm.
it's gotten me to the point where I mean, I'm getting close to 2,500 followers, which is honestly crazy to me. I've started with Brick Love doing designing. It's just taken me to a place that like I've never thought.
Yeah.
So definitely big shout out to Brickley and the other Cantina boys, because without them, I probably wouldn't have continued doing this. Without their support, probably would have stopped. So big shout out to them for sure.
Yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, man, like I had the pleasure of getting Brickley on, and he was on an episode for the first season, and it was super super fun to talk with him and kind of get like his like lore story behind like the Lego, because he was actually like one of the first people that I was talking almost the entire episode of just like Lego pretty much, and I've always wanted to have someone on, to talk Lego. And I mean, the more and more it goes, I mean, like here you and I are talking Lego. I've had Brickley on. Had the huge pleasure of having Jedi Bricks Sam on last week, and that was a really really good time. And shout out to him as well. The Lego community is so awesome. And one thing that I think is really cool about like all the Lego people that I've met online is, there's it's cool to know that you guys know Star Wars as well, because I feel like some people, I mean, collect Lego and it's like, yeah, they have these cool figures, they have these cool sets, but they don't like, do they know like behind the scenes like what this set is actually from, or like why this Mando has markings on its helmet, like the little
Yeah.
things that Lego tries to push in there, because they link up with the companies like Lucasfilm and Disney, to make these sets right for those fans, and it's cool to see everyone's story. I mean, like for me, I started with Lego Harry Potter when I was younger, and Lego NBA. Like those were the sets I had, and then it was just weird one day getting a new set and just being like, "Wow, this is what Lego Star Wars is." I always played the
Yeah.
games growing up, but I mean, doing it as an adult is just I just feel like it's better in a way than when I was
Oh,
younger.
yeah, because I mean, we can probably irresponsibly buy everything that we want. Not
Yeah,
probably
man.
the best thing in the world, but it just brings back like everything. Like I started collecting when I was a kid, and I loved it. It was my favorite thing in the world. You could ask my mom, my brother, my dad. Like that was my thing that I wanted to do, was get a Lego set and build it. I was huge on Lego Indiana Jones when I was younger, but
Oh
I
yeah.
still Lego Star Wars was my thing because I love Star Wars. Started watching it when I was younger with my dad, and it was just a game changer for me. I mean, it set me on a, like a path to love Star Wars my entire life. Um, and then even when I stopped, like I obviously, as a lot of us did, we our Lego collections got given away or sold or whatever it is. So I don't have really anything from when I was younger. Actually, the only thing I do have is a classic R2 that I found in a box that is like a really early one. So
Oh
that's
wow.
cool to have that little piece at least of it. But when I started getting back into it, I was already way above, like I knew everything about Star Wars. Like I've been following it for years and everything, and this was just an added little extra part of like my fandom, really.
Damn. Yeah, man. That's what's up. I mean, it's just it's weird how everyone's like story is different. I mean, yeah, definitely for me, it was me and my dad. My grandma loves Star Wars as well, but me and my dad's a huge space nerd, so I mean, like, why would he not like Star Wars? And I mean, he was born the year it all came out, so I mean, back in '77, this is like when Star Wars erupted and became what it is today. I mean, we're almost looking at 50 years later. I mean, man, what a time. And it's just weird how, we've kind of discussed briefly about how like how the fandom is and the friends that we meet online, but it's just like this is the entire reason like why you and I are sitting here talking right now, is because of, Star Wars and also Lego. So it's just it's awesome, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you to Disney, even though people don't always love them, but they continued what might have not been continued if George Lucas didn't sell it. I
Yeah.
mean, we all love George and everything he did, but Disney gave it really everything, the power to keep it in the mainstream and give us content all the time, which is amazing. So, shout out to Disney.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on that side. I'm always here for Disney. I mean, I mean, The Mandalorian is what got me back into Star Wars, because there's a long hiatus. I would say hmm, maybe like 5 to 6 years where I didn't really watch Star Wars, and I mean, it was just an everyday thing for me, every weekend thing growing up. And man, once I mean, obviously, I went and saw, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. Of course, I got to go see these movies in
Mhm.
theaters. But I mean, when The Mandalorian came out, I was like, man, this is a Boba Fett backstory or a Jango Fett backstory. No, it's completely different. It's about a Mandalorian in his own timeline. And dude, like, it suckered me back in, man. It's just so yeah, I mean that's and what is that a part of? It's Disney, and I think I really enjoyed the sequel trilogies. Hot take: I think the sequel trilogies are the most rewatchable Star Wars outside of Revenge of the Sith, um, just because of how it looks. And there's something in all of the Star Wars films and series where it's just like, look, I mean, it's not 100%. And I understand, even some of the things with Disney aren't 100%, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, we can say there was these different scripts and greenlit series or movies and all these things, but I mean, where are they at? So I'm
Exactly.
standing by the side of Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Rogue One. I'm standing by the side of all those things because that's what's out now, and I love Star Wars, and that's just what I'm into.
Yeah, I agree totally. It's like the same thing with me. I mean, there was a hiatus of Star Wars really stuff between like Revenge of the Sith and then there. I mean, you had the Clone Wars and stuff like that. I actually didn't watch the Clone Wars as a kid. I watched it as I got older. Um,
Same.
yeah, I actually started watching it before season 7 came out, and then I watched that and then watched season 7 as it came out, and that's what really hooked me back is
Mm.
the Clone Wars, and then Mando was just extra icing on top. I mean, where we really, really feasting the getting season 7 of the Clone Wars, getting Mando, like it was just a different time. It was awesome. It just brings you back to your childhood and like gives you another thing to really just be happy about. Like just getting ready to watch Mando every week was like the best thing ever.
Man, it truly was I just remember like I remember so I was working at a bar at the time, when I was living in Arizona, and I remember these people at a table talking about the Mandalorian, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that's cool. Like I said, I thought it was a backstory of one of the Fets, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to check this out because they were just really talking about that first episode because that was like right when it first came out, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to check this out. And 3 episodes had been out by the time I started, so I watched that first episode, and I was just like, dude, what in the world is going on? And I mean, seeing Grogu for the first time, I was just like, okay, so you're telling me that there's Yoda species. So my first instinct is like, oh, we're gonna find out what the species is. Um, but I mean, still, yeah, it's to be unanswered. But I mean, maybe one day. But I mean, it was just insane because like that takes me back to the Star Wars I love. That growing up with the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, I'm just like, dude, like this is one of Yoda's species, and they're not really talked about. I mean, we had Yaddle, but I mean, we didn't really get much Yaddle until Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah,
So, and I mean, that had come out way after Mando came out. So, I mean, shout out Grogu. I mean, I got him tatted on my arm.
the goat.
This actually, lore story. This was actually going to be a Rebels logo, but I switched it to Grogu last second. Um, but
Fair.
then also Black Series Grogu right here. Well, it's the
Very
child from
respect.
season 1. But what's cool actually about this is my best friend's dad um, is on Whatnot a lot collecting Transformers, and he just always happens to get free gifts with some of those Transformers, and they're always Star
Mhm.
Wars. So I mean, he likes Star Wars, but he doesn't collect it, so he just kind of dishes them off to me. So I mean, shout out
That's
to
awesome.
him. So
I mean,
yeah,
without Grogu, I mean, Grogu brought Star Wars into the mainstream. Everybody was talking Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, and it was that really like brought the Mandalorian not from just like Star Wars fans to almost everybody. Like everybody
yeah,
knew who Baby Yoda was, and if they saw the Mandalorian, they were like, "Oh, that's the Mandalorian."
hmm
So it was cool to like really like even some of my friends that aren't big Star Wars fans, like they were tuned in watching the Mandalorian because it was something else. I mean, just him first episode strolling into that that bar or the cantina, and you just hear like the spur sounds as he's walking in, and
Yes.
you're like, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy, and it was.
Straight space western. And dude, it takes me back because like it was that first episode is so good because there's like no dialogue from Din Djarin for a good quite a while, until he gives in the famous I can bring you in warm, I can bring you in cold, like that. Like this
The
is
hardest line.
yeah, it's so hard. I mean, and absolutely the way he went about it. I mean, he completely cut a dude in half with a door. That was awesome. Something you just didn't really see in Star Wars, especially in the long hiatus. I mean, we've seen Kylo Ren, slay some people in the sequel trilogy, but I mean, it was just nothing like that. That that force of nature, like I mean,
Yeah,
Din Djarin isn't explored to be force sensitive, but I mean, he's just by himself. He doesn't have the force weighing him down. So, I mean, it's absolutely cool to see some like old fashioned Star Wars like ass kicking. Shout out to my wife as well. This is the Boba Fett, and this is actually the first appearance of Boba Fett back in his armor in Disney era. So the last time Boba had this armor on was when he crawled out the Sarlacc pit, and this is the first time he put it back on since that. And this is basically like the first appearance. So that's why this is a very very
oh my god.
clipping. This right here is actually the first um, common Boba Fett Funko in the Disney era, and I mean, you could get this for almost $3. But I mean, the gift it was, being one of my first Funkos, the first Star Wars Funko. This gets a hard plastic case, so that's
Absolutely,
that's
it's the
the reason.
importance of it.
Yes,
I mean, I'll go Funko for Funko with you.
yeah, let's do it.
This is probably my favorite one I have.
Oh yeah,
Is this retro series Target exclusive Queen Amidala? I mean, this thing is just perfect.
it really is perfect.
It's the best look for Padme. I mean, it's the most iconic. It's the box art is just beautiful. It is something else.
Yeah,
Um,
they kill it on that box art. I can see mine right over there right now.
I mean, it is just perfect. And I was actually, I have a good size Funko collection, and for a long time, I was like, all right, I'm taking the Funkos out of the box. They're coming out of the box because I don't have the space. I can't just store all these boxes. So I have so many out of box Funkos, but I knew this was one that it's got to stay in there.
Yeah.
There's no way it's coming out. It's never going to come out of it, and it's just beautiful.
Mm.
I don't love the only a Target sticker, but um, besides that, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing with the retro series is they're all from Target. I mean that's kind of their Funko they can hold on to. Like I mean,
Yeah,
the R2, Ben Kenobi, Stormtrooper, Palpatine, Chewbacca, Amidala, Vader. Those are the ones I have, and those
I
are all.
know they have a Jar Jar one, um, Darth Maul, which I didn't get. I was thinking about it, but I passed on it.
Yeah. Well, they also have the new Jar Jar, the Star Wars Celebration one. I know we sent that in the group chat a couple times. Are you
Yeah,
going to pick that one up? What are you thinking?
I think I am done buying Funko.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not because I it's more for space reason. Because now, like, if I want to keep them, I want to keep them in box, but I don't have the space to keep them in box. I have one shelf dedicated to in box Funkos, and that shelf is full. So I think it's going to be my Funko hiatus. I love the ones I have. I mean, I have that one, um, Darth Nihilus in a box. I
Oh
have
yeah.
Jango Fett in a box. I have a bunch of Avatar: The Last Airbender ones in a box,
Mm.
and a couple Marvel ones in box, and those are like the ones I display. And my all my out of box ones are kept in a storage container in deep stores. So I think my Funko days are numbered, probably because Lego is taking over everything. But
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with Funko. I mean, I still love them. I There's a lot of people that don't really like them that much, but I still think they're awesome. They're a cool way to collect, and it's just with the space that I need for the Lego collection,
Mm.
it's not going to be able to be kept up with.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's a it's something that's really easy to obtain because I mean you're spending on average $50 to $60 on Lego. So I
Mm.
mean, and that's for one set. Now, I mean, you can probably get up to 5 to 6 Funko Pops for that. So I mean, if you're gonna fill like a collection void, I mean, it's gonna be a lot easier to get the Funkos.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
so I mean, that's kind of how things started with me. You know, the Lego sets they add up after a while. So I mean, popping into Walmart, Target, you know, local stores. Huge GameStop guy. I love everything Funko wise that GameStop does for Star Wars. They always
Mhm.
carry some of the best, in my opinion. And then Target. I mean, amazing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just so easy to, you know, get. And especially like if you're a rewards member at GameStop, I mean, you get a monthly $5 off. So, I mean, you're getting a $7 Funko every month. So, I mean, I'm always in on that. But yeah, I mean, it takes up space. I mean, you can see just a little bit right here in this corner, but I mean, I got some here, there, over here. And I mean, if they were out of box, I would probably have half the shelf space. Like, it's
Uh,
insane.
have you gotten those mystery boxes, the Funko mystery boxes from GameStop?
No, I have not. I have, or well, it's not the it's not the Star Wars like the box where it comes with two some like
Yeah,
pins
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
that
that.
one.
Oh, okay. So yes, I've done two. I did one and I ended up getting Costco Reeves and Axe Woves. I was a little upset with that one just because that was like the very common
Mhm.
outcome. But I think I did another one too, and I was hoping to get the Muddy Mandalorian Dinjarin, but I ended up, yeah, from the Mudhorn battle, GameStop exclusive. I ended up buying that from Jedi Lex. Shout out to her. Um, I ended up getting that from her, but I can't remember what two I got in that box. That's it. It would take me a while. I mean, I have so many, so it's hard to step back. But what were you gonna say about it?
Yeah, I think I gotten them twice too. I actually did get the Coscaries and Axwell's one as well, and
Yeah,
then the other one was like the Gaming Greats box, and I got
that's where you got the Nihilus, huh?
the Nihilus, and I forget what the other one was that I got in there. I actually still have that one in box, but I don't have it on display.
Did you get Darth Scion? Did that come with it?
Yes, yeah, it was Scion. Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. And plus, that's a cool little Ahsoka bite too with the old Aya Scion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I don't so like the deep Sith lore that goes way back. I'm not too familiar with.
me
I
neither.
mean, everything that I go up to is, I mean, honestly, to Plagueis because like I know of Darth Bane and Revan, but it's just I don't know enough about them. So like I'm really hoping that at some point Disney can make something, whether it's a little series or maybe Tales of the Sith next year, and kind of give us a little bit of backstory with them because I feel like those characters would be really cool, and plus we could
Oh yeah,
understand Palpatine and Plagueis a little bit more.
yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, when it comes to like the stuff that comes from comics and books, that's actually where I fall flat in my knowledge of Star Wars.
Yep, same here.
It's just I don't even have a reason why I haven't. I'm not a big book reader. I mean, the only Star Wars book that I've read was the Ahsoka book by
Mm.
J.K. Johnson. That's my favorite book. Um, I've actually I got the audiobook of it because it's narrated by Ashley Eckstein. So it's like you're
Mm.
getting Ahsoka's voice in the book. So it's awesome. I probably had that audiobook. I've listened to it about 3 times. Um,
Damn.
I just bought the Thrawn book, the Timothy Zahn Thrawn book, the first one. I'm
Oh,
planning
nice.
on reading that. I've been definitely pushing it off, but I'm planning on reading that one for sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I have a I have a close friend that read all of the Thrawn trilogy and kind of gave me a rundown on it. It seems very interesting, and I wonder if they're going to take some of those adaptations and bring it to like the Filoni Endgame movie. Um, so I think that would be really cool to get that. I think Thrawn is such an interesting character, and I'm actually really glad that they brought him to live action because I mean, live action to me is my favorite view But I feel like animation always gets the story just on point every single time. And I feel like
Oh,
that is kind of like a common conception, but at the same time, I mean, seeing him in live action is definitely life changing for me.
I agree.
Um, Actually, speaking of Thrawn, I got a little. Not many people collect these, I will say. I see on my side of Instagram, um, but the old Star Wars Adorables. I actually my mother-in-law hit me up with some of these for Christmas, and I mean they're just little tiny figures, but I mean they're dope as hell, and like some of them have like rarities to them. But like here's the Thrawn, pretty dope.
That one's cool.
And there's like a dark side pack, and this one has Kylo Ren, of course, looking dope. Um, Darth Maul from Rebels.
The best version.
Yes, he looks so nice. I love his lightsaber from it too. And of course, the man himself, Palpatine.
That one's
And
great.
also, they have kind of like these widescreen moments. They're called. But speaking of that episode of Mandalorian, this is the scene it's reenacting.
Oh, that one's cool. I've never seen those.
Yeah, they're. I mean, they're kind of on the cheaper side. They hit Walmart clearance pretty fast, but I mean, it's a Disney product, Disney Adorables. But I mean,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, they got the little scene here. But yeah, man, they're pretty dope. I enjoy these. I have a shelf dedicated to them, but I want to get like a floating wall shelf because I mean, since they're so small, I can fit a bunch on there. So that's kind of the next step in my collection.
Make
Yeah,
sure to show them.
let's see the figs, man. We're straight into Andor season 2, so I mean these are going to come into play. So if you guys haven't seen it already, make sure you go watch Andor. It's good. So let's see these
So,
figs.
got Cassie in there. He's looking good. He's got the short hair look. I mean, it's nothing special, but at least you get leg print, no arm print or anything, but it's still a decent fig.
Love the
Uh,
vest too.
oh, yeah. Got the ISB agent, or yeah, ISB tactical agent. I mean, this one's pretty cool. It's nothing, it's something new. We haven't gotten this before, so it's cool to see a new figure. Kind of wish it was a named
Yeah.
character, but it is still cool. I think they're going to start to play more into these next few episodes coming up.
Yep. I
Uh,
agree.
K2SO,
Yes.
figure we had before is pretty much the same as the one we had before. A little bit of printing differences on the chest, but that's about it.
Nice.
But still, I mean, perfect figure.
Looks clean.
I mean, the shining star of this has got to be the Dedra figure. I
Oh
mean,
my god,
she
yes. I
is
mean,
beautiful. The
yes.
only thing I wish they gave her dual moded legs, but I mean, it is what it is. This hair hat piece combo is something else, man.
Yeah, that's
The
definitely next
attention to
level.
detail, it's just awesome. That's the kind of stuff that like as a collector, it's like, man, that just makes her stand out instead of just giving her that normal hat. I
Yep.
mean, her look is just so iconic and she's just honestly badass. So
Yeah. I know. I can't wait to see what goes on. I'm kind of upset that she's with Cyril. Like, I mean, it's just like, come on, like, what are you doing? I mean, it's such a they're such a cringy couple, but I mean, at the same time, like Dedra's obviously the one who wears the pants in that relationship.
I don't know. She's got some kind of like ulterior motive to that. I think she's playing him to have that in his back her back pocket to use it for something.
I know that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Is I have this feeling that she is either gonna like come to the light, and like help out the rebellion, or she's just really like dark and twisted. Maybe because I mean the entire dialogue with her and Krennic in that second episode, I believe,
Yeah.
first or second episode,
You
second
could tell
episode.
she was like uneasy.
Yeah, and it was cool that Krennic kind of called her out about it.
Mm.
Um, And I love Krennic. I think Krennic might be my favorite character from Rogue One. I mean, I remember missing out on the Funko when it came out, but I ended up going to a little hobby shop about an hour south of me and ended up finding him. And I got him for a steal. I got him for freaking $6
Oh,
in like mint condition. So, but yeah, I mean, absolutely love Krennic. But yeah, bro, I think fuck that Dedra minifig is amazing. And I'm gonna pick that setup. I might wait. till it drops like $10 because I know
Oh
Walmart or
yeah,
Target will.
it's definitely worth the wait for sure.
Yeah, but it's
But
sick, man.
yeah, I mean it's just about perfect. The dual moded legs would be perfect, which I don't understand why they can't do. They do it for other themes and stuff like that. So I mean, it's your most profitable theme without a doubt.
Yeah.
So sometimes you wish they went the extra mile, but I hate being a complainer about stuff. It is like nothing we do is going to change it, so I might as
Right.
well just enjoy it for what it is.
Yes, and that, I mean, fuck, that goes across the entire table of collectibles to the movies, to the series. I mean, like they don't listen, man. I mean, they're gonna look and see it, maybe. But I mean, what are they gonna do? They're making millions of dollars. You think a guy in an Instagram comment's gonna change their mind?
Exactly. Not even somebody with 70,000, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube can get
No,
them to change their thing. So I don't think
no.
anybody else is.
Yeah, no shot, man. But yeah, let's. I got to show off my first Lego set once again. Shout out to my wife. This is amazing. So the Boba Fett helmet. This is the first piece, man. This is everything behind me is because of this set right here. And I remember like sitting crisscross on the hardwood floor at our old place, putting this together, and like I remember my legs hurting, but I was just in. I was in too deep with this one. I mean, it's beautiful. It's an amazing set. It looks good. My second favorite character in all of Star Wars, behind Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Boba Fett. So yeah, this is the fire starter right here.
Yeah, I mean it's a beautiful set. I picked that up late last year. I was starting to like kind of like see the rumors that we might get a Django helmet, and I was like, if there's going to be a Django helmet, I'm going to pick up this Boba helmet because I know it's going to skyrocket as soon
Yep.
as it's officially announced. And it was like, as soon as I heard it, I went looking for it, and I found it at my Bricks and Minifigs for 90. And
Damn.
I was like, I'm just gonna grab it. I know it's gonna go up. And I was just at my Bricks and Minifigs today. I think they had it up for 115. So I was like,
Damn.
not only 25, but it still went up. So I'm glad I got it. It's awesome, and it's gonna look great once I eventually get the Django helmet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll go side by side. I did see M&R's side by side with the Mando, Boba, and Django. And yeah, they got Boba Fett's like piece right here. Just it's like two by twos straight
Yeah,
down. But I mean that's okay. It's gonna be fine. And also like even in the original trilogy, like Boba's helmet is a little more kind of wide towards
yeah,
the bottom, and then I mean once you get Django, it's more of kind of like a bowl feel to it. So I mean they do a really good job of kind of making those. Plus this was the first iteration of a Mandalorian helmet that they tried
yeah.
creating. Of course it's gonna get better.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, comparing like what the Vader helmet looks like. I
Yeah.
mean, the top of it, the eyepieces, it's just that mouth just doesn't look right. I mean, it's the same kind of with Rex and Cody. But
Yeah.
like comparing it to like Kylo now, like that Kylo helmet looks great.
Yeah. It
Um,
does.
they just like as they do these sets more and more, they start to like master like how to put them together, the techniques used to do them. And I mean, it's just like the same with old sets. Like I have a 99 Naboo Starfighter
Oh,
in
nice.
my collection, and comparing that to I think it's the 2016 one. I mean, it's just way, way, way better. And I could only like, and then comparing it to like Mando's and one
Mm.
that came out a couple years ago, like it's just the techniques have gone up like crazy since then.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what you want too. That's how you continue to buy and like keep buying over time. I mean, that's good. Not even for us as collectors, but it's good for the company.
100%.
Like it's almost as simple as that. But I think I have one more thing actually to show off. And I mean, this is the one I said you're going to love. This one right here, one of my pride and joys. To be fair, what's crazy is I did get this for Christmas 2 years ago, but I saw it on GameStop and like it's insane for $3. It makes no sense. It was actually $3 for like a month. But I mean, hey, bro, I know you're going to love this one right here.
That thing is so cursed. It's so funny looking.
Oh my
So
god. It's perfect, man. I mean, you get the salacious bee crumb, you get Jabba, hitting the hookah.
his little
Um,
drool coming out of his mouth.
yeah, it's pretty gross. I think the color is what kind of throws it off for me, but I mean, this is beautiful. Anything Jabba, sign me up.
I mean, yeah, it is for a Funko. It is perfect. A little cursed, but perfect for sure.
Yes, sir. Man, I can't wait to see Rhoda the Hutt, bro.
His jacked arms.
Oh my god,
He's gonna
he's
be
so big.
tearing people to shreds.
I can't wait. Can't wait. What shit, man, what else you got? Is there anything you want to wrap up with for kind of showing off the collection?
So I'll show this off. This is a new addition to the collection. A fine one,
Oh,
some would
fire.
say. Um, I ordered the pieces for the Luke's lightsaber GWP, and I built that, bought it, and there was a lot of pieces left over. So I was like, I'm gonna make my own lightsaber. So this is kind of like using some of those extra pieces and pieces I had in my collection.
Mm.
My lightsaber. I mean, it came out like way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it looks clean.
It does have a red kyber crystal inside.
Hey.
Um, so I mean, it's cool for sure. It's just something to have on the desk. Even has like some functional, like I made it so you could turn this, so that's like turning it on. But yeah, I love it. It's really cool.
Dope.
Definitely something I'd recommend people do. If you're into Lego, you got like a parts collection like that. I mean, it's just like another like creative thing. I know a lot of people do mocks and stuff, but like,
Mm.
I mean, how many people have dreamed about building their own lightsaber? I mean, you could do it at Disney, but you're paying like $400 or $500 for it. When obviously it doesn't light up or anything, but combining the love for Star Wars, wanting to build a lightsaber, and the love for Lego, it's definitely something really cool to have.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I think my homie actually when we got out the movie, he's like, "Man, it would be so cool if they like made like shelf life Lego lightsabers that you could, build. It's always GWPs
Yeah.
and mocks as well, but I told like you went on Bricklink to get the instructions for the Luke one, right?
No, so you can just look them up on Lego. Lego gives out like all their instructions online. I think
Right.
they're trying to push for people to build using online instructions and maybe phase out the manual instructions and
Mm.
the physical copy. But yeah, you can find pretty much instructions back to 99 Star Wars or even farther back on Lego's website. I used Bricklink to like get the parts list and everything, and then order the parts through there. It makes it really easy. It's kind of like a little like finicky at first to understand how Bricklink works, but
Mm.
once you get it, it makes it so easy to order everything.
Yeah, because we're kind of looking on there, and I'm like, man, like, okay, like if you want to get this piece, it just seemed really like confusing, like for a while.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but because I know you can buy parts on Lego's website. What like would it be better to like if I wanted to like show him how to get Luke's lightsaber, the GWP, like how would I do that?
So I would look up. This is the way I did it. Going on Bricklink and looking up the set. So I looked up the Luke's lightsaber set, and Bricklink has a page for it, and it has like a list of all like the pieces you need. So you'll take that and you add it to like a wanted list, and then you can take that wanted list, put it in a cart, and you can like sort it different ways. Like if you want it to be like all shipping from America, shipping from other countries, or whatever it is, or like cheapest or like best quality or stuff like that.
Mm.
Um, so that's like the easy part of it. Kind of like you can set it like, hey, if I want to get it the cheapest way possible, and it'll be like this is the way to do it. Um, so it's actually pretty easy that way. I think if you're looking for individual parts, that's where it gets hard because you got to know the exact part you want, the part number,
Right.
and figure out what color you want. That's where it gets a little bit more difficult. But Bricklink makes it pretty easy with like piecing out sets. Um, it can get a little pricey, especially with like older sets, because some they'll have like discontinued parts or like if there's like a rare part. When I did this order, two of them, it came from three different stores, all the parts from this, or three different bricklick shops.
Mm.
Two were in America and one was in Australia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's just depending on who has the quantity, especially if it's like a certain piece. Like some stores have really low quantity, and some have like really high of something. So you just kind of work that out. But I started using Bricklink for the first time because Bricklove had me and Brickley designed some like actual like little sets.
Oh wow.
Um, so I used the Bricklink designer program. So they have like a studio. It's like Bricklink Studio actually, and it's like just an application for the computer, and you can literally design sets. They have every piece and everything, and you just 3D design sets, and it's free, which is really cool. Um, so he asked us to design some sets. He wanted to start off with like a fridge because he does like a lot of prints of like soda cans and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, and a vending machine. So I did the fridge and Berkeley did the vending machine, but I have one of the fridges. Um, so this is he printed on it, so it's got like a Darth Vader print on there.
Oh, that's dope.
But I designed it on Studio, then found the parts for it on Bricklink, and I had to change a lot of the parts because like these door pieces weren't like as available. So like you can see like it opens up. He's got his little sodas in there that he prints.
Oh, that's dope.
Um,
The little
the
bang in
two
there.
there were designed by me and Brickley. So I designed the bang, but it's actually back to it's, and then the other one below that is Death Starry, and that one's the one Brickley did.
That's dope.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. That's how I learned using Bricklink, trying to do this. But it's definitely difficult. But
Mm.
more sets wise, it makes it a lot easier. So um, yeah, and it's just one of those things you got to play with it and figure it out, and then you start to understand how it works.
Dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll have to forward that to him. That way, because I mean, he was just like, man, I gotta get a lightsaber. Like that's the cool thing. So I mean, yeah, I mean, especially if you know you like Lego and you like Star Wars, you definitely want to build your own lightsaber out of Lego, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I have that one, that Luke's lightsaber on display out in my living room because it's so clean. The only thing that sucked is I couldn't obviously get that printed piece because that was like not something that's widely available that says Luke's lightsaber, Return of the Jedi.
Right.
But I did have like a custom printed piece that I got from Brick Love that just had like Star Wars on it. So I put that on the front, and I mean, it's perfect.
Oh yeah. Kind of makes it its own, kind of like its own little stand.
Yeah, I mean the stands are clean too, and I they actually sent me enough parts to make the stand twice for some
Oh,
reason.
nice.
So that's what I used for this lightsaber too. I mean, just a little stand, and I took like the logo thing to like put the logo on this one because obviously I don't have one for this, but um, it's a nice little clean stand design. This is an important pop to me, sent by yours truly, Brandon, for winning his giveaway on Instagram. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I mean, it was perfect timing with Andor season 2 coming out. And I mean, it's a beautiful pop. It's from such like a heartbreaking scene
Yeah.
in Andor season 1. So, I mean, this is like probably the favorite thing I have in my collection. It's the only pop that's in a protector, which was provided by you. I appreciate it. It was
Hmm.
packaged perfectly, no issues. It was great. So, I really appreciate that. So, this has been all my other pops are in like a different display in my living room, but this one stays on my desk because
Hell
it
yeah.
came from my guy.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for man showing me love, helping me out, helping me pave the way. So I mean, that's just a big thank you to you. And you just happened to win the giveaway too, so it just worked out perfectly that way.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God.
I know too, because when I was like siphoning through, I was like, all right, we'll start with the Andor one or the pop first, and then just right away, just boom, Misa bricks. I was like, oh shit, that's hilarious. Um, but then yeah, going forward, did the the battle pack as well, and that one was the Flint bricks. Shout out to him. And then I think the third winner, um, man, I can't remember. Oh, Bricks Zahir, that's who it was.
Mm.
Um, he ended up sending me his address, and he was in Puerto Rico, and I was like, oh no.
Oh,
So I ended up just emailing him a $25 Lego gift card. So that kind of it worked out in the
yeah.
end.
That's. I'm glad you were able to work it out with him.
Yeah, because I was just like, man, it's gonna be crazy. Because I looked at the shipping, and they're like, yeah, it's gonna be about $79 to
Oh
ship
my
this to Puerto Rico,
god.
and I was like, wow. I was like, well, the thing that he like, the Luke's desk mat that I was giving away, that was like, I mean, a $34 value that I ended up getting for like 20 with some like GameStop credits. But I was just like, damn, like, but yeah, I mean, he's a Lego guy, so I mean, so got some Lego at the end of the day, so that worked out good.
Yeah. They're both part of our little like. They're not a part of the cantina, but we have a huge like group chat with a bunch of Lego creators on Instagram. They're both in it. They're both cool guys. They
Yeah.
have some awesome posts on Instagram, and they always show love. So shout out to them.
Absolutely.
Shout out to everybody in that cantina chats, by the way. Actually, I'll show one more thing. Shout out to my man Brick Love again. He makes custom design minifigures. So this was a Sabine design that I did. It's got a CIC helmet on there, but the torso and legs, arm printing, I did myself. It's also got a CIC back jetpack on there.
That's dope.
But Brooklove just started doing these little UV or little acrylic stands.
Yep, I'm gonna need
I
one
mean, it
of
was
those.
perfect for it. It has Sabine's helmet on there, and this is probably my like best design that I would say I've done.
Yeah,
It's the
that's clean.
cleanest for sure. Um, and so I keep that on display here. But big shout out to Brick Love. I mean, he is really an awesome guy. He's a family oriented guy, just running a awesome custom Lego design business. And honestly, it's the coolest thing ever. I wish I had his job. Um, he put in a lot of work and effort to get to where he's at, and I mean, he runs it. That's his full time gig, and it's really cool.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
dope.
been nothing but great to me and Brickley. Um, so shout out to Bricklove. Follow him on Whatnot. Hop in some Whatnot streams and get some of his stuff. You can get
Yeah.
stuff designed by me and Brickley too, which is, I mean, it's pretty cool to me seeing people like actually like wanting the stuff that we designed. Like I seen some of me and Brickley's designs on like a single figure go for like 70, $80, which I
Oh
couldn't even
shit.
believe.
Wow.
It's all auctions, so obviously it's a live auction app. Um, so he's showing the stuff in real time. People are auctioning on it, and it gets up there. And some of these figures I've seen that go for that much. I think one of these fridges actually they just dropped like 2 or 3 weeks ago went for like 80 plus, and I was
Damn.
like, this is like a 20 little piece set that just went for $80, but it's cool because it's printed. He does all custom prints and everything in his house. So it's really cool. It's nothing
Wow.
that I've ever seen before, and that just like really like opened up a whole different part of like Lego collecting for me was customs.
Man, that's dope. I mean, I bet that is just exhilarating to see like people buying into your product. Like that's obviously just a probably just makes you feel all sorts of ways. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was really crazy. Like when we first released the Sith Mando, like the reception to it was just awesome.
Damn.
Um, yeah, it's really like an interesting thing. I got to get you in a Brick Love stream to check out some of the stuff. I think I don't want to run your pockets, but you might be spending some money on there because he's got some cool stuff. But
Yeah, I need one of those stands, bro. Like that would be really cool to get a Boba Fett one and a Vader one.
oh,
That would
100%.
like because I have a Vader fig just kind of holding the saber like he does in the Rogue One hallway scene, sitting right on my Xbox, and I'm like, man, this has got to have some like a stand to it. So
Yeah, he's working on stands, cases, um, and he just like he was saying he was looking into like getting LED strip lights because I don't know if you've seen like LED like go on acrylic, but it lights up the thing like beautifully, especially if it's like engraved like that one is. It like lights it up like crazy. So he was
that's
looking
dope.
into doing that too. So I mean, he's definitely like expanding, but you
Mm.
got to check out his stuff. He's actually his he had a big website release last night. So the stuff is not only just on Whatnot. You can check it out on his website as well too.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll send me the link and I'll put that down in the description, guys. So make
Definitely
sure you go
will.
check out Brick Love. Yeah, man, this has been a good one. Man, tons of Lego. I thought we would kind of hit a whole bunch of different areas, but I mean, once you start talking Star Wars and Legos, it's really hard to stay with
Yeah, I
the
mean that
certain.
is definitely my niche at least. I
Yeah,
know you definitely get more into like the theory and lore. Um, but I mean I love that stuff too. Like I watch a lot of your podcast and like I'm gonna watch your recap of Andor before I watch the new episodes this week.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but I
man. I'm
definitely love
just
that aspect.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do, man. I mean, I love like when I first created this channel, I wanted it to be like a Lego review, unboxing, showing off basically the collection. But I mean, I was just like, you know what? I feel like this is a weird time for Star Wars fans because I mean, I did start the channel about 2 years ago, and I've been kind of putting a lot of effort into it this last year. But I mean, the I love the lore, I love the theories. I mean, every single day I'm thinking of like theories, like what could happen, like what's gonna happen with Shin next. What's why like how can Andor possibly kind of slip out of the situation leading into Rogue One. So it's just like all those different aspects, and I mean I don't know, man. I'm hoping my biggest theory of Quinlan Voss and Asajj Ventress getting their own show is pretty plausible after what we see on May 4th with Tales of the Underworld. So really, really hoping for that. So I mean, it's gonna be it's what a time for Star Wars right now.
I'm hoping very soon they announce season 2 of the Acolyte. I think that got robbed from us. I think a
Yeah,
storyline of Plagueis and it just got robbed from us because people didn't respond to it well, which was honestly a little unjust in my opinion.
yeah,
It was besides that third episode, I'll give everybody that third episode. It just had a lot of stuff that was just it just seemed like out of place for sure or forced into there. But the rest, I mean, it was it was honestly gold.
yeah,
It was stuff that we've been wanting for as Star Wars fans, like awesome lightsaber duels, awesome Sith character, like old Republic Jedi, like stuff like that. And
yeah.
I mean, it didn't fall flat.
No,
Obviously, there was a little things that were questionable here and there, but every Star Wars media has that. Every
yes,
media has that. I mean, not everything's perfect. Not everybody's gonna like everything. But just for it to be shot down just because of outside stuff, and it's just unfair, really.
yeah,
Um, the for the actors in the show, for the director, the producers, like they put so much into it, and you can tell they really like cared about the stuff. It wasn't put together hastily. It was good, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm hoping we get season 2. I think it would be definitely loved by a lot of people.
yes.
So
I agree with you on that. I do have some things with the Acolyte that I think will take place. So, for instance, I mean, a good friend of the show, Andy from the Galactic Core podcast, shout out to him. He has a theory that basically the Acolyte is over, like that show's done. But there's going to be maybe, and in his opinion, it's something called the Apprentice, and this is going to take place with Plagueis and Qimir going off and doing their deeds. Maybe and I believe that the um, sequel to that will be the Apprentice, or will be the Master, and this is going to be basically showing Palpatine coming in, and here comes Plagueis showing everything to Palpatine, and of course that dynamic duo that they become, working behind the scenes. I think that is a really really good approach, a good idea. Okay, so yeah, the Acolyte's over, right? So now they go the separate route. So me personally, I believe that because if you look at Star Wars Celebration, we didn't see Amanda Stenberg, we didn't see Daphne Keene, we didn't see Lee Jung Jae. we didn't see any of them.
Mm.
We saw Manny Jacinto, and I feel like with with the character that he is, obviously, and I feel like arguably he is the highlight of the Acolyte, and in my opinion, very much so. I think he's the absolute best thing um, in live action Star Wars, dark side wise. I will say that. I mean, I
Mm.
think the helmet is menacing. I can't wait to buy it this summer when it comes out from Black Series. But yeah, Manny Jacinto was at Star Wars Celebration, and like, why? You know, he's
Yeah.
going to cons. I get that, but at the same time, why did he get his own panel? Maybe I'm searching too far. Maybe I'm,
And then why
reaching.
is Black Series making a helmet?
And why
You
is
think
Black
they would
Series
make
making a
something
helmet?
for a canceled show?
Yeah, it's
Or
very,
at least
very
something we're
weird.
never going to see again. I heard M&R talking about it recently. He was saying it in like reference to like Lego sets. Like a lot of times Lego will just like get like a little hint from Star Wars to be like, hey, you might want to make some sets with Cassian Andor because we might have something in the pipeline. But
Mm,
and it could be the same thing with like Hasbro. Like, hey, maybe put this out. Maybe do something with this because it and it might have something that we're lining up with or something like that. I mean, I really don't see why they would make a helmet for something a show that wasn't received very well
yeah,
and for a, a character we might never see again unless like or Star Wars was like or Disney was like, hey, this is something we might be doing, so it might be a good idea to do this.
right.
So I don't see why they would do it for no reason. So there has to be something behind it.
Yeah, and like that was the thing. Actually, Andy from the Galactic Core podcast, he pre-ordered and basically bought the Stranger helmet once the Acolyte was done. So they announced the helmet, I think, on the seventh episode. So I mean, we already had 2-3 weeks gone by that we had seen Qimir with the helmet, um, and it ended up getting back ordered, and it ended up just canceling the order.
Hmm.
Um, which was like, okay, maybe this is due to the show not getting renewed or whatever. Um, Now going forward, why an entire year later and it's still not out yet, but it has a release date of I think June. So I mean that's a good point that you have is like why would they make something for a show that's not going to be continued, which is really weird. Um, but yeah, I think and who said that the Acolyte was supposed to have a season two? That's something I've always thought too. Why was it supposed to have a second season?
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know,
Or at least I'm looking for like just some kind of follow up because it just leaves you on like a point like seeing Plagueis creepily lurk in the shadows of the cave, like just to
it's
give
Darth
us that.
Plagueis. It's
Yeah,
Darth
like just
Plagueis.
if you left it at that, that would
It's
just
even
be
worse.
a slap in the face.
I think, yeah, and to me, I think that's even worse. That they're, I mean, and it still could happen, but I mean, if you don't continue that story, I feel like that makes the Acolyte as a show even worse
Mhm.
for those who hate it and who review bomb it. It makes it worse to not continue that story. And I mean, you look at the sequels per se. Everyone's like, oh well, the Bad Batch Project Necromancer. This is leading into why Palpatine returns. Here's Moff Gideon talking about, Project Necromancer as well and having his own clones. It all
Mhm.
stems to enhancing the sequel trilogy, which, I mean, Palpatine coming back doesn't affect me. I think it makes sense. He's the smartest in the galaxy. And if anyone was to come back or cheat death, it would be Palpatine. So I,
Yeah, I mean, and even to that point, like uh, just rewatching Revenge of the Sith, obviously he kind of jokes about how like Plagueis could save somebody from death, but he couldn't save himself.
yeah.
And then and like that his like cockiness. I don't think he would say that without having something in his head that he couldn't do it. Like why would you joke about it if it's something you can't do either?
Right.
So I think he
Exactly.
knew. I mean, that's kind of like deep, like head canon for sure. But like he probably knew in that moment. He's joking, like he couldn't save himself, but you know who can? I can.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That's exactly how I look at it too. Because I mean, it's Palpatine at the end of the day, and I think that's going to be something that's really cool. Is to see maybe a young Palpatine is the one that takes out Qimir, and Qimir is basically kind of like I don't believe it's Darth Tenebris, but they could, switch up a little bit of the lore and make Qimir like Darth Tenebris in his spot.
Mm.
But I mean, at the same time, I mean, I think Manny Jacinto did a great job, and I think that he needs to come back as the stranger. And like I said, you don't bring back, or you don't introduce Plagueis into canon for the first time in Star Wars history and not expand on that.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
think it
a,
would
it's a
just be
miss.
like awesome to see like Qimir try to like take on Osha as an apprentice, and Plagueis is just not putting up with it, and he's like, "All right, then I'm gonna go after you,"
Yeah,
and just to see like an epic duel against Plagueis and Qimir, and then you maybe like that's when Plagueis goes to look for a new Padawan or a new
yeah,
apprentice and takes them on. That would be just like awesome to see.
yeah. And I mean, there's so many endless possibilities, but I mean, sign me up. I'm here for it.
Exactly.
Whatever
I
gets me
mean,
more Qimir.
nothing. Honestly, probably one of the things that like catches my eye most, or like I think about often in the Star Wars universe, is just the brutality of Qimir, like three hole punching Jackie and snapping George's neck. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's something that I thought that we would never see in Star Wars. Obviously,
Yeah,
like in the sequels, you get like a little bit of blood on Finn's helmet, and then
yeah,
like you get Kylo acting like a grumpy little kid and tearing things apart. But like just to see somebody get their neck snapped, and I just saw something. I forget who was talking about it, but they said that next step scene, like I think it was Manny Jacinto said, like Leslie Halem wanted that next snap to like feel like a neck snap, not just like it kind of he twisted his neck and he fell over. He won't like they wanted that brutality out of that. So
yeah,
I mean, to give us some of that, I mean, especially for like the adult fans, which that show was definitely based for. It wasn't for kids. It wasn't for
yeah.
like your younger audience. It was for your adult fans. Just to see something like that and them to put that like care into it. They were like, we want to make this brutal. We want to make sure this guy is seen as evil and he is just something that we've never seen before in Star Wars. And I think they hit the nail on the head with that.
I agree. I think they did too, and it's such a cool approach, and it's different. It's it's what was it, 100 years before the Phantom Menace? Like
Yeah. Hmm.
it's in such an open field of work, and it's just like, guys, how are we? I don't know. It's just sad.
And it's just, it has like the little things, like even that like snippet of Yoda at the end to give us a Yoda puppet like the original one
Yeah, yeah,
instead of like a CGI Yoda. Like I know they did that, like they did like the mix with Grogu, like to make it really seem like it's more like that like puppet
right.
instead of like a CGI character. Um, I mean, it's just that little attention to detail that shows like, all right, they really actually cared about this show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a. I mean, I had a whole plan and everything, which I was always there for the ride. It was a good time in Star Wars, but I mean, hey, it's like I said, I don't think it was ever supposed to maybe get a season two. It was like never in the talks. I mean, even halfway through Ahsoka, there was talks of there being a season two, and it's just
Mhm.
like, who knows, and things could happen. There's people I know people who hate Ahsoka, like the series. So I mean, it's all in the same, but I mean, it's just very weird at the end of the day how the Acolyte was handled. But I mean, like I said, I am here for more Qimir, more Plagueis. It only enhances the Skywalker saga, so I'm here for it, bro.
Exactly.
But
And it's an original story. That's what's so like cool to me too. Like obviously you have your tie-ins of
yeah,
Plagueis and Yoda, but all of it was original story. It wasn't pulled from a novel. It wasn't pulled. So this is like new stuff that they're creating, which I like because if I want to go like read a story that's already like happened. I can just go read it in a book. There's no need to like expand on it anymore, like,
Right.
or to recreate it. Obviously you can always expand on stuff, but to like recreate something we've already seen in like a comic or a book or at another show or whatever it is, like I don't see the point to that. Like
Yeah.
especially like, I mean, Disney's doing a lot now with like doing the live action remakes of like whether it's Moana or The Lion King. Like, is there stories we've already seen? Is it kind of cool to see it? But like, is it's not giving us any more.
Right.
Like you can do those with those because there's not really much to expand on in those universes. But like Star Wars is an infinite universe with so many different things. Like, give us new stories. That's like I think what people would want, but people, I mean, fall back on like, hey, I'd rather just have this because I know it's cool. But there's so much we can learn about the Star Wars universe. I just did see something today I thought would be funny. Um, Somebody said if they should make like a show on Disney Plus that's just like a nature documentary, but it's in the Star Wars universe. So it's
Oh
just
yeah.
somebody just like watching over like different Star Wars animals and stuff like that, and like just just exactly like a nature document. And they were like something that Jedi would like relax and sit at the temple and watch. I was like, that would be hilarious. That would probably be on the background all the time when I'm doing stuff if they made something like that.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of like the Disney Plus like biomes kind of. You see
Oh
like
yeah,
all the different like landscapes, but yeah, just kind of like a little nature walk and just kind of, oh yeah, this is how things go because not everything is lightsabers and blasters and like space wizards. So yeah, that'd be a pretty cool thing.
yeah. Just do that. Have Steve Irwin's son do the voiceover for it, and everything will be good.
Here's the awesome planet of Naboo right here. Like that'd be fucking awesome. Oh, bro. Well, man, let everyone know where they can find Misa Bricks, what your page is about, and what they can expect from you in the future.
You can find me on Instagram. Meesa Bricks is right here. Um, I post a lot of Lego photos. I do a lot of Photoshop work. Um, so that's kind of like my aspect. I like to add like cool effects, like lightsaber, um, and like blaster marks and stuff like that. Just to kind of spice up the photos a little bit. Um, and I also designed for Brick Love, so you can hit up his website and his streams on Whatnot and find some of my work that I've done. Um, and then on Cantina Chaos on Instagram, which is my joint account with Brickley Bugle, Commander Broski, Commander J Bricks, and GG Bricks. Post just funny little collab pics, kind of just to have some fun and really just like collab with each other. It's really cool. So you can check me out on those things. Shout out to my guy Clan Brandolorian for having me on the pod. Always appreciate it. Um, but besides that, that's all I got.
Sweet. Hell yeah. Make sure you guys go follow Misa Bricks on Instagram, and everything will be down in the description. It'll be super hard to miss. But yeah, guys, if you want to see some cool Lego photos, some different aspects on Photoshop, just, tweaking the Lego Star Wars scenery a little bit, make sure you go check out Misa Bricks and, of course, the group that he's part of, Cantina Chaos. Go check them out. And be on the lookout for some future live streams. Misa Bricks and I have also been in the one with Clantina Chaos merge. So make sure you guys stay in tune for those because those are really fun. Don't want to miss it. Usually last week there was 2 Legos that dropped, or 2 weeks ago. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. So make sure you
A
guys
lot
go
of
check that out.
nonsense chaos.
Yes, exactly. Hence the title. But yeah, make sure you go follow Misa Bricks down below. But I mean, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Clan Brandolorian. I'm out.